Hello folks, welcome back to Simple Details, and again, welcome to vlog number, I can't even remember what vlog this is. Well, welcome back to another vlog, right? So, the last video you saw, we actually went into the protection of the Audi R8. We did a full body wrap where we pretty much wrapped almost every inch of this vehicle with XPEL's Ultimate Plus 10mm film, right? So, for those individuals who are looking for just that extra bit of protection, we have the ability of applying a 25% thicker film to the vehicle. So that's what we did with this. The next thing is the fun part. All of the vlogs going forward should be all around the modification of the vehicle. That's aesthetic modifications, performance modifications. What we want to do is now get a chance to kind of transform this vehicle from just being a stock R8 into Simple Details flagship vehicle and the way we vision it. All right, so the very first thing on the agenda is something very simple, but again, we wouldn't be Simple Details if we were not taking care of all the simple things. So if you have noticed in previous vlogs, in interior, we have some Vegas yellow stitching that's laced throughout the interior of the vehicle. And what we want to do now is kind of take those accent colors and bring it on into the exterior portion of the vehicle. And we're going to do that by removing the calipers and sending them out to get painted in the Vegas yellow paint. I think that will be a great, nice little accent to the purple. In addition to that, we have some custom wheels being made by Bricks and Forge that should be in its final stages at this point that would actually match very well. So I can't wait to display that and show you the custom wheels that we created for this. So, without further ado, we have a couple of friends of mine that's coming on in that will actually be doing and administering all of the performance work that will be taking place on this car. So again, list of things that we have listed for this: brake caliper color change, new custom exhaust, but also a new custom carbon fiber spoiler that we will be installing onto this vehicle too as well. And then of course, as I mentioned earlier, some new 21 and 20-inch wheels that will be going onto the vehicle. So, without further ado, I want to introduce some friends of mine and then start the actual disassembly of the brake calipers.
This is Matt.
This is Joe. So we're gonna be doing some modifications on this lovely R8. So the first thing we're gonna do on the car, we're gonna remove the wheels, we're gonna remove the calipers, and he's gonna send them off and get them painted. So that's the first step. And some of the other things we got in the future.
Was that rear wing?
Rear wing.
Custom, I think it's one of a kind rear wing from Vorsteiner, from what I've been told. And then we've got some Quicksilver exhaust coming in from England, which neither one of us have really been familiar with. So definitely looking forward
Excited to hear that.
I want it, yeah.
Yeah, definitely want to hear that.
At least the video clip.
And suspension.
Yes.
In the future.
Yep,
So
get that set up on some KW coilovers, and it's gonna look nice.
got a lot of stuff in store. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
right, so there you have it, folks. We just completed the next step in this whole project and this build. Again, this is going to be a very huge project for us. A lot of things that's upcoming, but the first thing we wanted to do is make sure that we started with the protection of the vehicle. We stress so many times, again, whenever you have any vehicle, but especially a vehicle of this caliber, we want to make sure that we perfect it as much as possible, but then we want to protect it for longevity. So I am very happy with the outcome of these calipers. And then of course, as you come on in over to see, you will see that this is our way of bringing some of the interior accents onto the exterior of the vehicle. So again, great job. I love the way it looks. Now, currently right now, as you know, we're going through, the pandemic, which is delaying quite a few things. But the one thing I do want to assure you is that we do have a lot of great partnerships with a lot of companies such as Vorsteiner, Capristo, KW Suspension, of course, Brixton Forged Wheels, HRE Wheels, just to name a few. So all of our partners will be chipping in and it's going to be part of this entire build. With that said, between the production of these parts that we have ordered and then of course getting it shipped on overseas, on over to the US, we're running into a little bit of delays. But just to keep you posted, we have, of course, Brixton Forged Wheels, which were that to come on in. KW Suspension, we are going with the variant 4s for this. So instead of us just going with lowering springs, we want to have the full adjustability of our suspension and be able to go ahead and spec it as we see fit. Yes, no, we're not going to be tracking this every weekend, but I don't know, call it a control issue with me, but I just love having the fact that I can tune this suspension as I please, whenever I please. So with that said, that's where coilovers come into play. The other little small thing that I love about those coilovers is that their color scheme of those coilovers that we got will match the full color scheme of this vehicle, the purple and the Vegas yellow. So can't wait for that to come in. I think that's just going to be a nice little find. And of course, I know you're not going to be able to see the suspension, but to me, it's just those simple details that bring everything back together. The spoiler, which will be from Vorsteiner, that is currently being made. Just got an update from them yesterday. So again, a couple more weeks for that is going to be shipped out. So we can't wait to get that. And then also our exhaust, which is a hybrid of stainless steel and titanium, just to bring a little bit more life and aggression to this beast here already. That's coming and that should be shipped out next week, so we should have it in our hands within a couple weeks as well. We will be one of the very first companies or one of the first R8s in the US that will have the new front spoiler for this vehicle. As you know, this is the facelift R8, the Generation 2 facelift, which is 2019-2020, so this is the 2020 variant. But there are a whole lot of different kits for the Generation 2.1, which was the 2016 to 2018. But then when the facelift came, there's not a lot of different options when it comes down to front spoilers and front lip kits and carbon fiber. But we were in contact with Capristo and they notified us that they were in the final stages of that actual lip being manufactured, and we will be one of the first ones as they finish the first batch. The first one is being sent right on out to us, so that way we can't wait to get this on there, show it to you so that way you can see it. I think that would be a great addition to that. So, and of course the great thing is every single thing that we're putting onto this vehicle will be fully available to you to go ahead and order through Simple Details. So can't wait to bring that footage to you. Again, next step has been fully completed. We are, and I know a lot of you are saying, well, you have it protected with the paint protection film, and I know you normally do ceramic coatings. Why haven't you done a ceramic coating as of yet? We are still holding tight, so right now we're driving this as little as possible, and we're waiting for us to do all of the installations since the exhaust and the spoiler will be going on. That will require the disassembly of the rear bumper and actually the rear portion of this vehicle. So we want to wait till we get a lot of those things completed before we go ahead and put the final layer of protection on this vehicle. So we are maintaining it as much as possible, keeping it inside. This will be a fair weather vehicle that's driven only in, in fair weather. But again, that's the only reason why that has not been done. Trust me, we can't wait to get that second layer of protection on there. It's just going to bring another light, another level of gloss to this vehicle. So there you have it, guys. Stay tuned. We have more footage coming up. Can't wait for you to see the end result. But until next time, keep it simple.